The guy I'm dating, 36 male, has a shrine to my, 37 female, ex-husband in his house. Trigger warning, stalking, obsessive behavior. I was married for 7 years to a celebrity. I put it in quotes because while most of you have never heard of him, he is A-list in the world of metal music. If you're a metalhead, you 100% know who he is. We split amicably because he was always going on tour. I used to love going with him, but the thrill of it wore off and I found myself sick of traveling so much. Because of this we grew apart, but still keep in contact occasionally. BC Despite the fact our marriage didn't work, he is a really cool, nice person. 2 weeks ago I met a guy through a friend that I immediately hit it off with. We have been on 3 dates so far. The first 2 dates were drinks after work. He showed up in nice khakis and a button-down both times. On our latest date I went to his house to watch a movie, literally watch a movie. We are taking the physical stuff slow lol. He has a nice house so I asked for a tour. After he showed me the upstairs he said he had to show me his game room. We went down into a fully furnished basement with a pool table, a mini bar, and darts. But there was something very weird down there also. Apparently my new man is really into metal music, would never have guessed based on how he dresses lol, and his favorite artist of all time is, you guessed it, my ex-husband. He had framed posters of all of my ex's bands, autographed signature guitars, every record he has ever released were framed on the walls. He even had magazine articles about him and some of his bands framed. Every wall in his game room was covered with my ex's face and his signature guitars. So, I may have messed up here, but I kept my mouth shut and didn't say anything. He knows I'm divorced, but he definitely doesn't know it's from his idol. We are seeing each other tonight for our 4th date and I know I need to tell him, but how? I really like this guy, but I'm afraid if I tell him he will freak out and run. What should I say? Where should I tell him? I just don't want to damage our relationship. BC I can really see it becoming long-term. I know I should have told him at his house, but honestly I was in shock. Anybody know how to approach this? Relevant comments. I find it really hard to believe that he has a shrine of your ex-husband to the level you're describing, but doesn't know who you are. Maybe I'm jaded, but it seems too coincidental and potentially unsafe for you. OP. A lot of people are saying this and now I am a little freaked out. I mean, he can Google him and find out we were married. Now I'm scared he did. I'm gonna ask my friend that introduced us if she told him. Comment. Have you ever been in photos with your ex-husband that this new guy might have seen? I find it hard to believe that in this day and age, that he wouldn't know who the former wife of his idol is. OP. This never dawned on me until I posted it, but there are pictures of us all over the internet. Now I'm a little freaked out that he already knew. Comment. If he's such a fan he knows you. OP. Yeah. I think you guys are all correct and I don't think I should continue seeing him. I'm beginning to think it is not a coincidence at all. Comment. Yes, this is a potentially dangerous situation for you. Crazed fans can and do harass family members of their idols. I know it sucks and you really like this guy, but if this guy is a stalker he could be targeting you to get your ex-husband's attention. OP. Thank you for your concern. After reading these comments I am gonna break it off. I can't believe it didn't occur to me that he already knew. Comment. I think that's the safest. The chances of him not knowing who you were married to are pretty slim. I could understand if it was a band he'd never heard of, but his favorite band/artist? No way. Comment. Whoa, aren't you gonna check with his side of the story too? He might have no idea. OP. Yeah. I'm gonna go through with our dinner date tonight and talk to him about it. Comment. He met you though friends, and is obsessed with your ex-husband? Yeah, he definitely knows who you are. It would be hard to spend a lot of time tracking down signed memorabilia, etc. without ever getting a glimpse of a name or a pic of his favorite celebrity's wife. Like, someone that has spent this much time and effort following and Googling your ex-husband absolutely would know about wives, divorces, etc. I would talk to the friend that introduced you and ask them if they know who your ex-husband is, and ask if the guy specifically asked to get an opportunity to meet you. OP. I called my friend and she says she didn't tell him, but after reading these responses I realized he could Google him and find pictures of us together. Now I'm weirded out. Comment. Did she know he was a fan? It's weird to me that he specifically wanted to show you that room, it makes me feel like he already knew. When he showed you, did it look like he was watching you for a reaction? OP, can you update us with how this all turns out? OP. He didn't seem to be looking for a reaction. He just looked really excited to show off his game room. Update. Well, after getting a huge range of answers, some of which were kind of frightening, I decided to give the new guy the benefit of the doubt and go ahead with our dinner date that night. Our fourth date. So I met him at the restaurant and we had some wine first. We were just talking and chatting and I realized that I had to bring up the ex-husband thing. So while we were both 2 glasses of wine in, I decided to just ask him flat out if he knew that I was previously married to his favorite musician. He laughed nervously and said, yes, I knew, but, my friend, didn't tell me. I figured it out. He told me essentially that he found out through the grapevine and he decided to start mingling with my friends so he could meet me. He told me that yes, at first it was just BC I was married to his idol, but that now he is really developing feelings for me. I thought it was a little odd, but I felt fine with it, until I remembered his man cave basement. I asked him if he knew I was married to his favorite musician, then YTF would he bring me down there to show me all of the memorabilia? His response was too weird for me. He said, I was trying to see if you would confess. I was like, confess to what? And he said to my being married to my ex. I told him that I thought it was pretty concerning that he tried to trick me into some weird confession, and that I didn't think we would work out. He accepted it and didn't seem upset or anything. Dinner had already been served, so we started eating when he proceeded to bombard me with questions about my ex. When is he releasing new material? What is his favorite band? What does he do during the day of a show? Is he vegan? What's his mother's maiden name? Okay, so I made up the last one, LOL, blah blah blah. Finally he could sense my discomfort and we ended the dinner and parted ways. He said he would text me the next day just as friends, which I said was okay. Well, his text the next day was trying to get him and his friends VIP passes when my ex comes near us to play. I did not respond and I blocked his number because he kept texting again and again, begging me for the hookup. It was desperate and weird. Anyway, I called my ex to warn him about this dude, even though he seems harmless. He doesn't know where I live, and I didn't get any psycho vibes. I think he just wanted me as a trophy, as some user put in my last post.